Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy. We got more news out of Disneyland, and it's not been a good couple of weeks for Disneyland. You know, between the original initial reports of people just not liking the whole Star Wars Galaxy's Edge thing, no original trilogy characters, stuff's overpriced, there's really not that much there. They're closing down, or at least they haven't opened up yet. Closing down isn't the right word. They have not opened up their next branch of the what is it, the adventure. Yeah, they haven't opened up the next one, and they're pushed that back until January, I believe. Well, Disneyland, we're even getting out of the Daily Mail, and this is a tabloid as far as I know. We're getting news even from the Daily Mail all the way across the pond that Disneyland is a ghost town, and I'm kind of okay with that. Because how long from the past year, right? At least the past year, I have been talking about articles where they keep calling the fans of Star Wars toxic man babies. You know, I've had encounters with people like Pablo Hidalgo who have retweeted Mecha Trollface about me. And if you guys don't know who Pablo Hidalgo is, he is one of the Lucasfilm Story Group people. He's kind of high up at doing nothing over there at Lucasfilm, which is owned by Disney. And this is kind of hilarious to me. I'm okay laughing at Disney's misfortune. I really am. I don't have any love for the mouse. Sorry, never did. Disneyland visitors are shocked to find the park is a ghost town despite the opening of $1 billion Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, with new crowd control measures blocking annual passes all summer and widening walkways working a little too well. The resort in California put in a number of crowd control measures in place. They were bracing for huge queues after the opening of the new Star Wars land, but it looks as if the measures worked a little too well with the park empty. In quote, it's in air quotes, but yeah, it's in quotes. It's not air quotes. It's air quotes when I do it. Wow. I need caffeine today. I think I need caffeine. One of the queue-busting measures Disney implemented was to only allow guests with a reservation to enter Galaxy's Edge. This ended after June 23rd, once they realized that you didn't need a reservation for something nobody wanted to go to. But many annual pass holders are blocked out across June, July, and August. Paths have also been widened and some planters and food carts removed. One visitor tweeted, "It's kind of scary how empty Disneyland is." Disneyland has been described as a ghost town despite opening. Didn't you just read? This is the same thing you put. Despite opening the new $1 billion Star Wars Galaxy's Edge land in May. They're saying the same thing. All right, here, let's look at the pictures. We'll just look at the pictures. That looks pretty empty. See, that looks like after the park's closing and everybody's going home. But you can kind of see, well, what time of day is this? Let me look at the shadows. We're going to do some detective work. So the sun's down. This might be really, really late at night, too. Right before. What time does the park close? See, I'm not even a Disneyland fan. This is why I like covering this, because this makes me laugh. This kind of makes me laugh. It's either early morning or late at night, probably, looking by this. So these photos could be very well skewed. All right, this user says the place is a ghost town. And I know we've seen this. I know we've seen some of these. But it's funny that they're going off now that this is getting more and more news because of the throwdown at Toontown recently. You know, where you have the people just punching people in the face at Disneyland. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go there either. Between that and just Star Wars in general. The prices of the food there. I've done a video on that, on the prices of the food. This is kind of hilarious to me. It's hilarious and it's kind of sad at the same time, because this kind of reminds me of how Vegas looks at 4 a.m. before everything opens, right? That's kind of what this reminds me of. That it's just closing or just opening. There are plans for park employees dressed as Star Wars characters to ultimately ask visitors to make their way towards one of the 3 exits so a new group can enter. Wow. Visitors have been limited to 4 hours inside the immersive new land, the largest single-themed land inside Disney Park. A special wristband identified the visitors' time window. 4 hours! I'm going to spend that kind of money and you're only going to let me spend 4 hours there? Are you out of your minds? Yeah, one of the queue-busting measures Disney implemented was to only allow guests with a reservation to enter Galaxy's Edge, though this rule changed or ceased to be after June 23rd. Wow. That is kind of hilarious to me. That is kind of hilarious to me. Ahead of the opening, Chris Thaler, vice president of Disneyland Parks, said walkways were widened from about 6 feet. Wow, I cannot read today. From 3 to about 6 feet in different areas, and a stroller parking was available. All right, so they're widening the walkways. Do they normally have a lot of crap all over the walkways? Because I hate it when they have just crap in the way. People saying, hey, you want to do this? Hey, here, buy something. No, if I wanted to, I would stop at your kiosk. Like, I'm going somewhere, go away. I'm kind of antisocial. Might be why I don't do Disneyland. Because, like, I always see it as, I don't want to spend money on this crap. This isn't worth my money. It's been reported that most guests at Disneyland are headed to the new Galaxy's Edge land, pictured rather than touring other areas of the theme park. Ooh. Wow. So this guy has 18 pictures. Should we go, or are they all together? I think they're all together here. This does look pretty darn empty. Parts of the park appear completely desolate in pictures posted online. This is happening for more than one person, right? This is if this were just one little person, like one thing online, but we keep seeing this reportedly week after week. We keep hearing about this, and this is why I'm starting to think that maybe there's a little bit more to it. Maybe people just don't want to go to this. Maybe people are tired of spending, $18 for a meal that isn't very good. And $8 for blue milk. I mean, it's a novelty, right? It's a novelty. I can watch somebody else try the blue milk. I don't need to spend $8 to try it myself, right? Right? And I think that's how we are. These companies just are forgetting we're not empty or like endless pocketbooks. We have empty wallets from time to time. We can't just keep coming up with more and more money to give these people. And one of these days, they're going to realize that if you piss off enough people, they're going to go give their money somewhere else. Or they're going to be like, you know what? Disney was kind of toxic. They called us a bunch of racist, sexist man babies and misogynists and basement-dwelling cousin humpers. Maybe we don't want to go to this. Maybe we don't want to spend money on it. The average wait time for rides at the park is also down, according to reports. Visitors are waiting just 30 to 60 minutes for the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. See, and that's the one that looks kind of fun. That would be the one I would try. I don't think it's worth going and getting into Disneyland just for that, though. Because what's the price? I don't want to know how much it is to go to Disneyland. That's one thing. I'm like, you know what? No, I don't think I would ever go unless somebody's like, here is a free ticket. Here is a free plane ticket. Here is a hotel. It's all paid for you. If it's like something where people like send me money to do it, I mean, I couldn't. I just couldn't. I really couldn't. So, because I don't think it's worth it. I really don't think it's worth it. But I'm cheap. Disney California Adventure Vice President Patrick Finnegan said wait times have not been this low in decades. The Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean have seen their lines cut in half to 20 to 30 minutes. There are 1 million annual pass holders, with many blocked throughout the summer. Now, I've seen quite a bit of that. I don't want to watch your video. Stop. No. Don't play videos. Planners at the theme park are said to have spent more than a year preparing for the opening and the crowds they may face. Well, yeah, but did they take into account this last year of all of the media slamming us? That's what I want to know. Did you take into account all the media slamming us for the past decade? Did you take into account The Last Jedi? Did you take into account that maybe people don't like Disney Star Wars and we like old Star Wars from the 70s and 80s? And that's the one we grew up with, and that's what we want. We want Han Solo and Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. That's who we want. We don't care about Finn and Poe. Yeah, Finn and Foe, all of them. We don't care about them. I don't care about Reylo. I don't care about these people because they're not interesting characters. Right? You're trying to appeal to something that we already have, and you're trying to change it. You're trying to say, hey, that thing you like, it's bad. We're going to fix it. You're an idiot if you don't like us. You're just a man baby if you don't appreciate what we're doing for you. And that's all it is. That's all it comes down to. And I'm tired of it. So I'm laughing at your failure, Disneyland. I really am. But guess what? They're too big to fail anyway. They're not going to get hurt by this. I know they're not. You know they're not. One of the queue-busting measures Disney implemented was to only allow guests with a reservation. Yeah, we already read that. Visitors were limited to 4 hours inside the immersive new land, the largest single-themed land inside a Disney park. Special wristbands identified a visitor's time window, and once it expired, you were murdered. No? Oh, that's not Logan's Run. It shut off access to key attractions and merchandise locations. That's ridiculous. I wouldn't want that either. I wouldn't be like, no, you're only letting me have 4 hours. What if I'm waiting in line the entire time? Let's say hypothetically, what if it is so busy that 4 hours doesn't even get me one ride? Assuming I wanted to do it. Maybe that's why. There are also plans for park employees. Stop. Dressed as... Don't give me the pop-up options. I hate that. Dressed as Star Wars characters to ultimately ask visitors to make their way towards one of the exits so a new group can enter. No, you're trying to rush me out of this thing that I spent good money, hypothetically, to go to. Screw you, Disney. Chris Thieler, vice president of Disneyland Parks, said there might be some first order officers out there helping us. Maybe some stormtroopers asking people to move along. And I would probably laugh and be like, you're cute. And then they'd be serious and be like, oh, no. You don't get to throw me out for nothing, for enjoying myself. Maybe that's it. Aerial images of Disneyland's Star Wars Galaxy Edge taken at July 4th appear to show a few crowds enjoying the space. Well, yeah, it was July 4th. You know, people want to go and spend their holiday somewhere fun, right? At least it used to be. Gee, with employees eating out of garbage and being homeless because they can't afford to pay rent because they work at Disneyland. Disney, you're an embarrassment. You're really an embarrassment. You're turning into Walmart. Disney, you're turning into Walmart. And here's the thing, Walmart employees do have to take assistance sometimes, and they encourage it. They say, oh yeah, just go get food stamps. We don't pay you enough to live. You qualify for food stamps if you work at Walmart. I'm not kidding. Depending on what part of the country you live in, obviously. It comes as annual passes for the park have been blocked out across dates in June, July, August. There are 1 million. Yeah, this is all retread. All right, here's the aerial view. Even the aerial view doesn't look that busy, does it? I see a couple of little specks of people here and there, but I've played Planet Coaster, I've played Parkitect, I've played a lot of these roller coastery sort of games. Theme Park Roller Coaster on PlayStation 2 is one of my all-time favorites. This looks pretty sad. This looks pretty empty. It looks pretty darn empty. And as much as I would love to see a full-size, life-size Millennium Falcon, I don't know if I want to pay the Disney tax for it. So I think I've laughed at this long enough. Tell me what you guys think in the comments section below. I am Mecha Random 42, and this is just another long line of embarrassing, empty Disneyland Disneyland articles, right? I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!